Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pathfinder Kingmaker. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as everybody moved around. I'm not really sure why I reloaded the game, because it's not the same recording session as it was last episode, but we are finally finishing this game. At least I think so. I think so. Well, you're gonna know. Because when you click this episode, you might have just autoplayed. And if you did, well, you don't know. But I have it on the thumbnail. And we are very far up. Oh my god, that is... That's intentional? Soundtrack is also... It's not pumping, but it's there. It's quite quiet, actually. And we have Jod. Your Highness! We are preparing to repel an attack. Erastil, help us. They're coming. No, they're not. Oh, they are, actually. Huh. Good for them. You know what? Good for them. We can actually see the Lantern King over here. Look at that. Do we... Seriously? We got paralyzed immediately.
Welcome, sight, Your Highness. Look what the damned elders did to our city. As soon as we entered, the ground started trembling silently under our feet, and then it gave way and fell apart. But why am I telling you this? You probably saw the whole thing for yourself. So, our team was stuck here by the gate, together with a whole horde of beasts from the first world. We fought them off somehow, thanks to you and Erastil. But I don't know what's going on with the others. And also, well, he'll tell you himself.
Happy to serve you, Your Grace. I mean, Your Highness.
I'm Gilladel. Shut up. I saw you die, Gaston, though. Didn't I?
Right. Damned fool thing. Never mind. I'm not sorry for any of it. I'm not exactly myself, Your Grace. Did you see the Stag Lord and the others who appeared from the cup? Well, I returned with them. The priests decide whether I'm alive or not, but no one has released me from service. I'm here now, helping as best I can.
I'm glad of your return, old friend. I will need your help.
Yes, Your Highness. I'll talk to the soldiers now and then catch up with you. Something strange is happening up ahead. There's some monster lurking around where there used to be a tavern, but we'll help bring it down.
There used to be a tavern, you say? Also, auto pause? Sure. People are taking... Our Gulka is taking damage. Sure. Sure thing. We're gonna continue, don't worry about it. Yes, we can see the Lantern King down there. For whatever reason. I really don't know what's going on here with our Gulka, but, sure. We're all fine. Very thunderous. Very bad everywhere. Jethal? Oh, what is that? A buckler. Unidentified. It's a buckler +5. Octavia identified it, even though she's paralyzed. Oh, there's a passage over here. You can barely tell, but there is. And there's a lot of, not enemies. It's just ambushes. All the time, ambushes. Forever, ambushes. Pathfinder, you're gonna be ambushed. That's what it is. That's forever. Unless, of course, you don't get ambushed. That's where our Gulka is fighting. Good for you, our Gulka. That's not our Gulka, is it? It's just a branded troll. Our Gulka is over there. Hey! You have a strange life, half-elf. A flying stone city attacking shadows. You kill it and it's gone. Nothing to eat. Unrelated sentences coming out of that troll's mouth. Don't worry about what he's saying. It's fine. Did they stop being paralyzed? They did stop being paralyzed. That's good. We also have... Who's this? Vil immediately... While the game... The game just... You know what? After the game, the developers thought to themselves, after, 70% through the game, let's just make sure that the player gets paralyzed every time. Yeah, Wild Gaze. Passive permanent ability on every enemy, for sure. It's a good thing I'm so good at diplomacy. We got slowed down. Sure. More of these guys. It is sort of surprising. Oh, Tsana is over here. I don't know why, but she is. The priestess stands in the middle of the city, of a city destroyed by magic, calm as if she were walking in a blooming spring garden. She's clearly enjoying the sight. Here you are, Queen. It's a good time. The time of chaos and leaving nightmares is the perfect time to appeal to Lamashtu. I can bestow the blessing of my goddess upon you, if you're not afraid, of course. Are you... What? Wait. Of course. I think the thunder cut her off, because it's just how it goes. Are not afraid to pay the price to make the needed sacrifice. She is rhyming at me now. Sana, there will be no sacrifices. It's a pity that even now you're not shrewd or brave enough, but I owe you much, and will repay you for your trust. Accept my own blessing since you have rejected Lamashtu's gift. Yeah, I don't need that. I have the best gift right now. And, besides, I probably would have to reload or something. Because, probably would kill me. So this is where a tavern exists. Is everybody good? They have the touch of Lamashtu, even though we can't tell. They're also stopped halfway through for some reason. Did you see that? Can we tell what it is? We can indeed. You have received Sana's blessing and gain a +1 natural armor bonus and +2 to Constitution. Yay! That is irrelevant because enemies probably have 1,000 armor class. Actually, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. What the last boss is like. Let's make a pact and do it like that. See what the stats are for the last boss, because I'm sure they are going to be in 100. I mean, I'm not sure about that actually. I will be surprised if they're in the 100, but I will not be surprised. Does that make sense? Do you see them? They just keep showing up. I was gonna say they all die at the same time. No, they keep showing up. What is that? Not the glaive. The glaive is fine. What is that? Fragment of the apology. A fragment of the apology in Iris's goblet was used to, quote, measure, unquote, her task of destroying 1,000 kingdoms. What goes in the head of somebody who uses quotation marks for measure? What do you think measure means? That is not real measure, that's sarcastic measure? Like, what in the world? Like, literally, what? Why? What? Your Highness, says the storyteller, the artifact that you just found is of the utmost importance. It's a fragment of the accursed apology goblet. Somewhere in the city, a few more still remain. If you can find and deliver these fragments to me, I will try to destroy them, and thus weakening the power of the Lantern King. The bond between the creation and creator is complicated, almost inconceivable. When the Lantern King created the cup, the material symbol of Nyrisa's curse, He never dreamed that his creation might be used against him, and yet it can be done. And there's a paragraph that's weird. I have devoted my life to creating and reinforcing artifacts from ages past, but now I shall have to do the opposite, to reduce one to dust and not restore it. Do you know where to look for the fragments of the cup? Also, we're really going on a... This is a simple fetch quest. There's no option here. So, like, it would be kind of cool if we could just choose to, you know what, I'm good enough. I can destroy the Lantern King without actually diminishing his power. But this is just, oh no, before you fight the final boss, you must get these things. MacGuffins, these MacGuffins. Do you know where to look for the fragments? They might be anywhere, Your Highness. Everything is so chaotic that I can barely sense their presence at all. Do you know where my other allies are? They are scattered across the islands that the capital has become. This is fortunate in a way. The servants of the Lantern King are also scattered, chasing them. Our task would have been much harder if their forces were assembled here. Don't worry about your... no, our task is impossible, storyteller. This is impossible battles all the time. All these battles are unwinnable. You must focus on your mission. They will protect themselves and find a way to rejoin you sooner or later. Sure. Take this fragment. My hands are trained to create and restore, not to destroy, but in destroying this fragment, we will protect thousands of lives from destruction. It must be done. Shut up. It must not be done. Storyteller. There's no reason for that. I mean, there is a storytelling reason for that. It's just, there's no gameplay reason for that. It's like, I will kill the Lantern King. That is what will save the thousands of lives. Also, I'm not really sure there's thousands of lives to save, because this level of destruction is paramount of absolutely everybody dies. Because, I mean, it's pretty obvious. And, I mean, it would be obvious if it were just the physical destruction of the houses and all that sort of stuff, but it is also monsters. So, I mean, the monsters die with my diplomacy, but still. Magar Varn is over here, having a chat with everybody else. Magar Varn? Oh, a good fight and no paperwork. Oh, I've missed this. Yeah, that paperwork in my chaotic evil. Not evil. Well, chaotic good, if anything. In my chaotic neutral kingdom, for sure. Such paperwork. Is this a linear path? There's a lot of those. I don't know if I don't know what that descend was for. Half of us are still paralyzed. This is so difficult. It's so difficult that even with diplomacy, it's super difficult anyway. Okay, we got another thing over here. So let's go. No, this is just a lot of potions that are irrelevant. You auto-paused? Of course you did. Somehow, the things that just spawned had the keen functions of +5. Somehow, I think that a system that only has weapons of +5, and items in general that go up to +5, +6 at most, I don't think it's a system that's meant to have enemies with such tremendous stats as these. Let's give it a try. Let's just see what I can do here with a single shot. Besides being paralyzed, which might happen immediately. I saved. Let me see how the save was. It wasn't like a DC 28. Saving throw for everybody get paralyzed. So saving throw, it is a DC 30. Holy crap. When I said 28, I was exaggerating. Still, that's not what I'm looking for. I actually landed that shot. Good job. Good job. But then again, Gildel is amazing. I might have rolled a very high one. Oh, armor class of 28. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. That basically is, guarantees that I hit, for sure. Yeah, these guys are easy to hit. Which makes sense, considering that I can't fight them at all. Because the paralysis is the real issue. It's not really the hitting that is an issue. Well, look at that. We got a purple monkey. That sounds like a euphemism for something. We have some guards over here. Another fragment? Potentially. Yes, it is. Huh. Immediately followed by 3 waves of enemies. Sure. Yes. Who's that? Kagar? Kagar, what's up? What you doing over here? Warm blood, go careful. Live metal stands in your way. Sure. What is live metal? Black and scary and a lot of noise. Spells don't hurt it. It can heal itself. Very strong. Oh, it's fine. Do you know where the live metal came from? It came from a big broken cup. Oh, right. I think I did that already. With it came the warm blood shadow, short in crown. Bush of hair in face. Metal is shadow, too, I see. They come from the past and want to return to their kingdom. But bad when the dead shadows walk. They want to attack us. Longtail arrow killed warm blood shadows. Metal very angry by this. For sure. I find this, you take it. He gave me a hand axe. Thank you. It's called a stone cutter. Sure. It's nice. Hopefully we will find the way. Because I don't know where I'm going. We didn't come from here, so hopefully we are going in the right direction. That's, at the end of the day, that's really what matters. Oh. This looks like... Oh, that's the live metal. An adamantine golem. I think it's impossible to beat. In the sense that... Why are you paralyzed? I was gonna say in the sense that that people help it, but that's not the case. I mean, there's a lot of bad things happening right now, but... And also, I have no idea what's going on here with Rigongar. He's just doing that. It's just what we have to deal with, unfortunately. But, this is doable. Very surprising, honestly. Very surprising. And I'm not even buffed, so it would be easy peasy if I were. And also, if I were taking care of the electricity, because apparently this thing attacks in electricity. Jethal is taking a lot of damage. Let's take care of that. And we're gonna kill our end boss. We can see this as the end boss because it's very difficult. It's gone. And we did the healing. Good job. So, does this mean that... no, it does not. Physical perfection +8. Yeah, I should have given this way earlier. Way earlier than this. It is a really nice belt, though. But no, we're not gonna do that. Adamantine golems are really, really difficult to kill in the original versions of Dungeons and Dragons. But they're sort of tame in D&D 3.5 or whatever. Or in Pathfinder, obviously. Which is D&D 3.5. A good fight and no oh no, not the paperwork again. Wait, what? Where am I supposed... Where are we? Is this a blockade? It is. You could have just put some walls. It's not like... Oh, that's where we are. I believe I have missed the fragments. Maybe. To arms! Time to remember the Pitax... Or remember that Pitax isn't just trade and songs. That's not what Pitax is either. Thought it was a lot of sex and a lot of wine. And we have a Jabberwock Shadow. 2, in fact. Head 2. And a bunch of other creatures that showed up after the fact. What do we have? Fragment of the Apology. We got all the fragments. And also got paralyzed. Because of course we got paralyzed. We also leveled up, which means that we're not going to level up. What is our level right now? Oh, I can just click over here. Level 19! Good stuff. It's not too shabby. Never got to level 20 though, but still. Pretty good. Does this mean that I need to backtrack all the way back to the storyteller? Yes, it does. It's a good thing I know the way. Or, rather, I can teleport. I don't need to teleport, though. The storyteller is here. Your Highness, destroy the things. Another one? Your Highness, good. I feel the wall of power that encloses that former residence is slowly melting. 3 fragments may be enough to clear the path. I think they are enough. The second... No. That is... He said 3 fragments, but he only had 2. A third! There's 4! Yes, this is the last one. He says, prepare yourself, your highness. With a third fragment, the barriers around your castle will fall. The Lantern King will be waiting, ready to give you an audience. Sure thing. I didn't do that. The kingdom is crumbling. Shut up. I didn't click on that. Oh, I must have clicked up here when it showed up. I think that basically means that the wall disappears. That's a good way to pretend that it's barricaded instead of just making a wall. Making a firewall there was a pretty good idea. And I'll take that because I need the money, don't we? Yeah, for diplomacy. Diplomacy is very expensive. It's very, very difficult. Now, is this the final battle? Or are we gonna have a huge map? No, this is the final battle. That's pretty good. Thank you, game. It's very out of character, actually. I thought he was just gonna have another huge level for us to go through. Hi. Your footsteps echo from the ceiling of the ravaged throne room. The sound attracts the attention of old Remus slouching on the steps of the throne. He looks up, shakes his head slightly as if displeased, but keeps silent. Nothing betrays the mask of a deity in this hunched man.
Still hiding behind masks, eldest? Isn't it time you cast them away?
Words, words. How little value we attach to them, and how much they truly mean. But I've grown tired of words and prophecies. I will no longer predict chaos and death. Instead, I will show them to you, myself.
Oh, yes, the time has come! The time of fate and curses!
Indeed. So, as I said before, I saw online people say that this battle is impossible. We can see the enemies here. Vildervrons. Oh yeah, impossible it is, because you're going to be paralyzed. The Lantern King. What does the Lantern King look like? Wisdom 45. Yeah, you basically can't cast anything on him. Good job, game. Absolutely. You can't. Do you want to paralyze Lantern King? No, you can't. You know, one of the most fun things about playing Baldur's Gate by yourself, and also playing Baldur's Gate at all, is the fact that you can indeed apply things like sleep to dragons and things like that. It's very difficult, but you can do that. And for him, how would you even do that in Baldur's Gate? Because the way spell, like wisdom here, this wisdom means that basically you get he gets a plus 22 to all of his spell checks. That's besides all other bonuses that he might have. And unless it's the charisma check, in which case it's a little bit easier, I suppose. But even then, look at all the checks. It's just impossible. In Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, which is the second edition of Dungeons and Dragons, it used to work that you just had spell saves, and was it checked against your level? No, I think it was a spell save, basically. And if you were better at it, you could save versus spell, for example, or you could have magic resistance. The thing is that in Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, which is it's kind of janky and it's kind of a midway sort of engine, or not engine, a rule set, because it's the midway between the first edition at all and the 3.0, which is like the first really mature version of Dungeons and Dragons. There's a lot of like inconsistencies, because a lot of spell, like the resistances of spells are sort of like you always need to check, unless you know by memory, like, do you know what a sleep is resisted by? Do you know what a paralyze is resisted by? Do you know what there's a lot of things, and they, like, for example, a sleep is not resisted by anything. It's just, actually, I'm always wrong on that one, so I don't know, but it could be that the sleep is only resisted by magic resistance, for example. So if you have magic resistance, you don't get slept. Which you think that makes sleep very powerful, but the thing I think is, for sleep you need to have like it's life, so you need to sleep a dragon, you need to get the dragon down to very low health. I think that's how it works. There's some spells that allow you to do that as well, which is like the combination of spells in Baldur's Gate is just fantastic. But spells are not built like that in this system, as far as I can tell. They're not meant to be combined. They're meant to be, I have this nice spell and I'll cast it over here, which is a lot better for tabletop. It is so much better for tabletop, at least I say, having barely played any spellcaster in tabletop. But the thing with tabletop role-playing games is that you're in a combat and you have a team of 4 or 5, so you're going to be playing like every 15 minutes or every 10 minutes. You're going to have a 2-minute or 3-minute turn. If you're a spellcaster, you're going to take a little while longer, and fighters just take a little bit less longer. So fighters get to play a lot less in combat usually, because it's just usually I attack and I hit or I miss. It's not that it's not fun. It's just, you know, it's different. It's fun in a different sort of way. So what happens with spells that are meant to be combined with each other, like for example in Baldur's Gate, and certainly in Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, you need to combine spells a lot with each other. Like for example, Improved Alacrity is a really powerful spell for Baldur's Gate 2, and then you just cast things like things to reduce magic resistance, things to reduce saves, just how powerful the saves that the enemy has. a bunch of those things you need to cast, and you need to prepare the enemy for your big attack later on, where you polymorph them or something like that, which is totally doable. Or you can just cast death on them, or some of those things, or disintegrate. It's totally doable. It just takes a while. So if you can imagine playing that on tabletop, you're going to be playing for 2 hours until you finally get to do the things. So you need to remember what you're trying to do. In a video game, it's a lot easier. The tables sort of turned for this engine, or for this rule set and for later rule sets, and so it's a lot better for tabletop, where while you can't really combine spells as much, the spells are more useful in the nick of time, and basically it's a matter of balancing the game. They forgot to balance the game here for this, so that's another point. But it doesn't work. Like, this doesn't work. You can, like, forget casting spells against this guy. Basically, that's forget it. Also, strength of 30. That doesn't matter. Like, oh, that's a lot of strength. No, it isn't. It doesn't matter, because unless you're saving versus strength, which is things like grapple maybe or something like that. Although that's combat maneuvers, that's based on strength anyway. But the point is, that doesn't matter. You think that it's a lot? No, that isn't. It's just plus 10 damage on melee. Or some range attacks. Just plus 10 damage. He's going to be dealing 100 damage. So plus 10 damage is basically 10%. It's the difference between 90 and 100. It doesn't matter. You're still going to have a lot of trouble healing at all. So you don't want to get hit, usually. Unless things turn that way. But anyway. I digress. I digress all the time. You know exactly how it goes. Then a bunch of skills over here. I wanted to see... That's the one, isn't it? No, we can't... We don't have... Hiccup. We don't have armor class in here. Let's find out. Giladel's not attacking. No, Giladel's getting ready. And that is a shot. Okay. See what I can do. Giladel has shot already. Come on. I can't, like, this just... I have a problem with this for sure. It's my fault, but this is so difficult to read for me. I can't see Giladel at the beginning of any one of these. Is Giladel paralyzed? No. Yeah, I cannot see the... Let's just let... Oh, there it is. That's why. Okay, yeah. Giladel will saving throw done. A DC 15 on Doomsday. That's a normal DC. That's probably a DC based on intelligence, because it's intelligence of 20, and just roll it. That's how it works. You have a normal DC of 10, and then plus or minuses the bonuses and things. Still, Giladel finally landed a hit, which actually did some damage, so yay for that. Giladel dealt a bunch of damage. It, of course, does damage, because that's how the system works. But what I want to see is this. Armor class, she rolled a 14. That's really nice. Armor class, a 48. She rolled a 41. So it is... Okay. Well, I'm surprised. You know, I'm surprised. Good on you, game. Good on you for not giving me armor class like the other ones. Which actually means that the end boss is easier than the other ones. But that's a lie. Because there's 3 stages. At least according to the internet.
You don't seem to like my curses. Maybe you like my jokes better?
I didn't get it. You're making too much noise. Attack the Lantern King. Let's just... Oh, wait. Attack all the Lantern Kings. That's kind of funny. Divided into a bunch of them. All rolling initiative. Okay, we got some attacks. Armor class of 43. Sure. That's that.
The time for laughter has passed. It's the hour of hunting and chaos.
Wild gaze immediately. Attack the Lantern King. Unfortunately, yeah, we might die. Let's see what happens. I just want somebody to... Holy crap, this guy teleports. Somebody attack, please. Shathal is almost done. She's double blinded already. We're not attacking, are we? Did anybody try attacking? Immediately paralysis on like, this is just... What, like, the DCs are 30s, by the way. We're rolling the 30 DCs again. But I just want to see somebody attack. Narisa deals damage to Gilladelt. Narisa, what the heck is wrong with you? You're confused? Sure. Lantern King deals... Yeah, we haven't even hit the Lantern King a single time yet. And this is with basically skipping to the last fight. This doesn't seem as... I say that. I'm very desensitized to how bullshit the paralyzed is. It is complete BS. But, so I'm very desensitized to that. I was going to say, this doesn't seem as impossible as I was led to believe by the internet. But it is. This is... I mean, there's probably a way to avoid, like, mass freedom or something. There's probably a way to do that. But they immediately cast Dispel on you or something. I mean, that's what I would do anyway. So... Nobody's attacking the Lantern King. Not that I can see. And they're using Slay Living and things like that. But we are victorious with diplomacy because we're very good at that. I think we're going to have to attack the Lantern King.
Enough!
Oh, you mean that wasn't the... Right. As soon as the Horned Hunter's body disappears in the fire, the destroyed throne room is flooded with light. The Lantern King, in his true blazing form, appears in the middle of the room. His furious mask is ringed by fire. The games have ended, and another paragraph break appears in one of these. It's really weird. Time freezes like resin. Sure. Trapping you and the eldest in amber light. And this light grows brighter. The rays pass through you, pierce you, ruthlessly barring your most intimate secrets, fears. No, actually, that's bearing your most... Maybe? That's the wrong bear, obviously. Because barring is double R, I think. Anyway, it does something. It blocks my fears and desires. Something inside of you resonates with the light of the eldest, your curse. It is like the splinter of an arrow that remains in the wound, a slow weapon crawling toward your heart. As soon as the rays touch it, it begins to heat up and then burns with intolerable pain.
Time for masks is over. You risk challenging an eldest, and I accept the challenge. You will fight not a mere embodiment, but my true essence. This is my essence. I don't need magic or servile monsters to destroy you. Words are enough. Yes, words. I once told you, words spoken in the right time and place possess the power of a storm. You lightheartedly answer that you know what your power and essence are. In neutrality, following your way.
That's not what neutrality is.
I remember your answer. The world remembers it too. Your answer, your heart, your essence. And now, cursed queen, I'm taking this part of your soul, as I took away Nyrissa's ability to love. What you called your essence is yours.
First off, I don't call it my essence, I call it my potato. Secondly, I don't remember my essence, my answer. So it's good of you to remember, Lantern King. You're a good pal. The words of the eldest fly toward you like an arrow, ready to give new force to the curse that already torments you. You have but an instant to reply, and I will, it's Jethal who replies. Your words are nothing more than wind. Let them fly away.
Let us continue. We both wear a crown. But what do you own? A meager patch of land, a few thousand souls? My dominion is chaos and magic, madness and deceit. Your power is nothing compared to mine. And that is why you are helpless before me. You will take my every blow as a divine punishment, as something imminent.
I don't think he knows what imminent means. Imminent? Does it? Actually, that you wouldn't use it like that. Imminent? Do you know how, like, for example, I think it's the Pope is addressed as Your Eminence? No, but that's with an E, right? Imminent, let me check. Yeah, I'm not wrong. Imminent just means near or about to occur, and rarely used upon. If you say imminent upon, you can say like bent upon or looking at or attentive to. It doesn't. I think that's the wrong imminent. For eminence. Because it's with an E, rather. And I don't think it has 2 M's. But I don't know, because I'm not a native speaker. I'm a fool. But Daddy is gonna punish me. That's what's gonna happen here. You love to wreak havoc and play evil pranks while I care about nothing more than the good of my people. And I know my way is right. Is a thing. And apparently... Like, that one is a very neutral... Well, I mean, well, the thing is, it's neutral on the lawful and chaotic scale. It could be even chaotic. Well, I guess it depends on you. You could say this with basically any alignment, but we know that this is an alignment choice, and we have one for every alignment, and it's lawful good, neutral good, chaotic good, lawful neutral, true neutral, chaotic neutral. So that's the one that I'm gonna go with, even though the game doesn't. This sort of stuff doesn't make sense. We also have lore religions over here, and apparently it's all Jaethal doing it, so she sucks at everything, so I'm not gonna do it. Let's go with this one. Don't threaten me, self-proclaimed deity. Sure. I mean, I suppose you can be a self-proclaimed deity, but he's... What do you think deity means? Anyway, my kingdom is a true stronghold of faith, and from it I gather my strength. Wait, I don't know, that is not chaotic neutral. Or, yeah. I might not be a deity? He didn't... Oh, this is just weird. It's just... It's not about... I like that it isn't about our alignment. Let's go with this one. Knowledge and inspiration are as powerful as magic. And we also have magic. My kingdom's subjects know this full well. We have what it takes to protect ourselves from your evil. You feel strange, as if wrapped in an invisible veil that... Or veil, rather. Not veil, that's different. That protects you from the eldest wrath. And its source is yet your curse. It bound you to your kingdom, but through this bond can pass not only pain and death, but power as well.
I'm curious what you think of me, cursed queen. Do you see me as a villain or a simple joker? In truth, well, I've never been able to conceive of the truth. Being an eldest means being one of the many strings that hold the world in place. Being an eldest means being such a vast and self-sufficient value that one's equals become strangers and one's inferiors are entirely insignificant. I am an eldest. Laughter, guile, transformation, that's what I am. Being what I am, I will let you feel a modicum of my loneliness. I will take away your pillar of strength.
Not my pillar of strength! Having lost all support, you face the deity alone. Silence hangs heavy over the ruined throne room. Did I ramble about how there shouldn't be specific alignments required for certain things in a game that changes your alignment based on your lines? Yes, there shouldn't be alignment requirements for dialogue options. Because it feels... The reason for that is because it feels completely contrived. Basically... It's a matter of the game designers deciding on, oh, this is a dialogue where you get to choose your alignment. And then another dialogue, well, this is an alignment where you have to play to your alignment. And it's both of them are bollocks, because that's not what a dialogue is. You can be evil and say good things, and vice versa. It doesn't change the fact that you're evil or good. And also the fact that well, on the one side, that's that, but also saying those things doesn't change it. So, it's... Anyway, there's two options, is what I mean to say. There's two options here. I want to allow such evil to happen, and being what I am, I will retrieve what has been taken from me. Okay, it's being what I am, apparently is a thing. And what is there a rule? Is there a rule by which those like you dictate another's will? And even if there is such a rule, I'll break it. I'll take back what is mine. Let's go with that one. The blinding light flashes away, frightened like a living creature. The blistering metal of the curse cools. It still hurts, but the pain is no longer unbearable. You stand before the eldest, and before a blazing living star, and he looks at you as if he's seeing you for the first time. For the last time, in fact, because it turns out this is not the last episode. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pathfinder Kingmaker. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.